Firepower Threat Defense 622, site-to-site VPN. I've just added a little bit to the last video that we talked about. So what I've done is I've added a couple of ACLs in the outside interface, and once I do that, so outside coming in, what you're going to find is that your VPN's broken. So you're going to have to create a couple of ACLs on top to allow the remote network coming in on the outside interface to the inside network. So let's give it a name here. And obviously it's allow policy. So it's going to actually be the outside network, and the source is going to be that source of the remote inside network. All right, and now we'll go to destination. We'll pick the inside interface, and obviously this will be the inside network of this particular site. And we'll select OK, and we'll select OK here. Now the one thing that we didn't do is change the order, so you can see it's dropped down to the bottom. We actually need it to be above rule number 1. So let's correct that here. And that's it. We can hit deploy at that point in time. Just looking at some of the objects that we assigned here. And go ahead and deploy. Okay, well that's doing that. Let's do the same thing, right, on the second device. So give it a name. Let's change the order instead of having to come back in later. Outside interface. Now this will be the remote IP address inside LAN network. So here, and this is what I said in the previous video, I called it VLAN access, and it should have been something like VPN or inside VLAN, the number, and then VPN, something to identify it. And it should be consistent across all your platforms. So if you're not using Firepower Management Center to manage your devices and being able to have centralized objects, what you want to do is make sure that you're writing down the naming convention that you're using so you can be consistent on all the platforms when you're doing localized device management. So now we have an object, right? That, like I said, there's the duplicate, but the name threw me off. Destination is going to be inside, and then obviously the inside network of this particular site. We'll hit OK. We'll hit OK here, and then we'll go ahead and hit apply or deploy. Remember, when you're in FDM or even FMC and you are making configuration changes, it's not actually pushed to the device until you deploy it. So with site-to-site VPN, there's a couple things that can catch you, right? Obviously, pre-shared key. It could be an ACL like we're seeing here. It could be a NAT statement. Anyways, that's it. We got connectivity.